I want another camera. Hold on. I already have one. I have a 5D Mark III. I bought this camera in 2015 for $2,300, which at the time was a steal because this camera used back then was like $3,000. At the time, it was the most expensive thing I had ever bought, and I bought it using money I exclusively made through photography. I was super proud of that. I have put this camera through the ringer, and it is well past its lifespan. Every time you take a picture, it's called a shutter acquisition, I think, and these cameras are rated for about 150,000 shutter acquisitions, but some have been known to last for like 3 to 400,000. My camera has about 550,000 on it. This camera is literally on its fourth life, and if I take about 50,000 more pictures with it, it'll be on its fifth life, which is just crazy to think about. I know that was long-winded, but that's really important context because this is not a decision that I take lightly. I mean, I've had this camera for 11 years and it has been like my main shooter for everything. It's a full-frame sensor, which I'll spare you with the nerd details, but it is super nice looking. But obviously shooting with a camera that came out in 2012, it does have some issues, which I am going to get into. Right now, I want to talk about my new camera, which is the DJI Osmo Action 4. This guy's going to be sick. So we're going to open this up. It definitely hasn't been opened yet already a few days ago. It is in the box still. So let's open it up right now.
So let's open this bad boy up. I got my trusty X-Acto knife. Gonna peel the plastic off here. Pop this thing open. So right off the bat, we got this box full of accessories. This right here is the cage that the camera goes in, and then open the mount and the battery. This is like a sticky car mount thing. And then of course the camera itself. Satisfying little peel. Let's pop that battery in. And then I went through the basic setup. Pretty self-explanatory.
Now I know what you're thinking. Evan, you already have a camera. Why do you need another camera? First of all, calm down. We have never met before. Second of all, the camera that I have right now is too big to realistically vlog with if I'm on a bike ride or a run. I don't want to drag around that giant DSLR camera body, and also it doesn't have any video autofocus. So every time I shoot one of these talking heads, I have to hook it up to this laptop and control the camera with that because I don't have like a flip out screen. I also can't set video autofocus, so like I won't be in focus if I don't have this. I also have to use this laptop because this laptop is an M4 processor and Canon doesn't make the software that I need to control the camera with for this version of Mac OS. It's like a whole thing. So this is my laptop from college. It has an Intel processor. It still runs the software. It works. So as annoying as this is, honestly, this setup works for in here. I like the way it looks. I like that I can blur the background. I'm okay with that. But the reality is I need to get out of this basement for more videos, but I want something that I can throw on my bike or hold on a run and not have to really think about it. But I also have these requirements. It needs to have good stabilization. It needs to be waterproof. It needs to have decent audio. And I don't want to have to sacrifice my phone battery. Like when I was filming that video with the dogs running, I was just filming them on my phone. And that's a whole thing with the storage. And it makes these huge files that automatically get uploaded to iCloud. And I have to airdrop them to myself. It's like a whole thing. I want them to just like go to an SD card. And that's the whole process. So getting this camera is a way more realistic way to make the content that I'm looking to make. So for vlogging, I already have like this fake GorillaPod thing with the bendy arms. So I can probably take this running. It has like felt or whatever material here, so that might get gross from sweat, but honestly, I can just take the camera off and run like this. The stabilization's pretty good. So honestly, I'm not worried about it. I'm going to consider running to be covered. But biking's a whole nother animal. And alongside that, I have spent every single penny that I own on this camera. Every single one. I don't have any more money. So I want to see if I can make like a bike mount for the camera temporarily while my budget is $0. Eventually, I do want to upgrade to a real one, but like I said, I don't have any money anymore. So I want to see if I can use what I have and make something DIY. So let's try that now.
So the first thing I did was took my bike down and got a look at the screws. So under here are two M4 screws, and I actually think I have a set, so I don't need to buy any. Because like I said, I don't have any money anymore, so I absolutely need to make sure I do this all with stuff I already have. I dumped the screws out, and with a little bit of movie magic, I was able to find the screws first try.
Let's go.
Took like 3 tries. I'm gonna put a little plate right here like that. That's the goal. But before I can do that, I need to build like a little arm for the camera to sit on. I have some old GoPro accessories, so I laid those out to see exactly what I would need. What I want to avoid is using this mount since I only have one, and I'd have to screw it on and off of the tripod every single time I wanted to use it, which isn't ideal. But right now, that's the only way I can mount it to the arm. I had this idea where I could thread one side in like this and the other to the arm, but as you can see, it's only a 2 and 2, and you need a 3 and 2 for it to work. Like this, so that that screw has a place to thread into, so that's not going to work. So I scrapped this idea and just decided to go with the mount that I use on my tripod. It's okay, I'll just take it on and off for now and maybe order another one later. This works just like that, then I can send that through and tighten it. I was a little anxious because I thought that that would bend, but I snapped the camera on and kind of shook it, and it really didn't go anywhere, so I'm pretty confident this will stay strong. Next up is mounting it to the bike. I have this acrylic, which I thought might break, but honestly, it's got a lot of flex to it. So I want to mount it under the bike like this, and the way that I did that was just by marking some holes that I'm going to drill out. I took a drill bit a little bit bigger than the screw because they're going to have washers on them so that there can be a little bit of play, so it doesn't have to be exactly measured out because I only have this one piece of acrylic. And I got to use the vacuum that we made in the second video. Maybe that was the third video. I'm on yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I drilled out the holes, tightened it on, and boom, look at that, perfect. Next up was just attaching it to the bike, which I did with a little screwdriver. This isn't ideal, but again, DIY, it's fine for now. This is a good side view, so you can see it's on this articulating arm, so all I need to do is loosen this screw right here, and I can essentially move the camera wherever I want. I wanted to see how strong this was too, so I did a bit of a drop test, and you can see the camera shakes a lot. But in this other view right here, you can see it's not that bad, and this isn't even the most advanced stabilization that this camera has, and it already looks okay. I'm not planning on taking this bike off any sweet jumps or anything, so I think we'll be okay.
All right, so I got this thing hooked up to my bike. I'm gonna test it out now. All right, so this is me talking at a normal volume. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but yeah. All right. So I do like this camera. It's small and fun. The quality is actually really good. I have a lot more to learn about it, but I'm excited for that. In no way is it going to replace my main camera. This is going to kind of be my B camera to get the outside of the house footage and that sort of thing. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.